upon you.
Yes, that is true.
So, so today we are going to discuss about slowly changing dimension and you can say their types. Okay. So before sharing, you can say theory part or things, I need to know what you understand from these and why it's important.
See, what I remember slowly changing dimension is storing the historical data just to maintain the lineage where uh, that is what I remember slowly changing dimension. For example, if they are maintaining employees record, uh, if he get transfer from Bombay to Hyderabad, then to Bangalore, so his record has to get up, his location has to get updated in the employee database. That is what we could achieve in slowly changing dimensions. So if we query that employee, it should not show where he joins. Maybe from Mumbai, he joins to Mumbai. Maybe after 2 years he moved to Hyderabad. Then after 3 years he moved to Bangalore, and if he's currently in Bangalore, so if I query a employee location, it should show me the current location. That is one thing, and also I should be able to know 2 years back where he was working to and few where he joined. So all those history we maintain, right? So that is what we will achieve in this SCD. That is what I remember at the high level.
So normally in a normal scenario, if we talk about, so data have a nature to change. Am I right?
Mm. Mm.
And when we are saying slow, okay, slow changing dimension. So means with the time things data will change. Am I right? Let's say when you started your career, you started as a junior developer,
Mm.
or you can say intern. Am I right?
Mm.
After 1 month, based on after you can say 6 months, when that intern
Probation.
period was over,
Mm.
then you will move to a developer. Am I right?
Mm.
Junior developer,
Mm.
then senior developer. Am I right? Then you
Mm.
will get a you can say lead role.
Mm.
Now we are moving towards architect. Am I right?
Mm. Mm.
So data is changing. Am I right?
Mm.
So that need to be captured in our database and reflected in our database.
Mm.
Understand my point?
Mm.
So that means user can get always you can say fresh data, not stale data. Okay.
Yeah.
And in a some organization or some system, we need to maintain the history as well.
Mm.
Means we need to maintain the history and you can say in our analytics as well, we need to check the previous, what is the previous date. Am I
Mm.
right? So
Mm.
that we can inform you to the person, hey, earlier when you started from this. Now you are here and check how much your growth is. Am I right? With
Mm.
our organization.
Mm.
Or there is a conflict. Am I right? In a
Mm.
legal circumstances or a bank financial system,
Mm.
and based on that, uh, you need to check previous history as well. So this is a crucial thing we need to know.
Mm.
We require those things or not. Am I right?
Mm.
That's why types are there. You understand my point?
Okay.
But that's why this slowly changing dimension types are there, which will
Mm.
serve different type or
Mm.
differently data differently.
Mm.
You understand my point?
Yes.
So this thing is sure in a slowly changing dimension is changing slowly. You cannot say means you cannot predict. It can be happen in a 1 month. It can be happen in a 2 hour. No, you
mm,
understand my point.
yes.
Something you can predict, but some you cannot predict. Okay,
Mm,
but it's there in a normal or day to day life. These things are there.
mm,
Okay, so for that we need to update. So for this, if you talk about, there are three types are there. Okay,
mm,
okay. In a real scenario, are you able to think? Means where you can think of this SCD, where you can think in a real scenario.
in the real scenario. Real scenario, maybe, yeah, like for example, in a school, if we check about the student, right? Every year they are getting promoted and they are moving from first standard, second standard, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, like that. They'll be moving till 10th, right? If they pass, they'll moving to the next high level section. If they don't get the desired marks, they have to be stay in the same class. So if you want to track the student progress and his history, I think this is what I can think, like schools.
So there are three types are there. Okay, Amaji.
Mm, mm,
And as I told you, each one is serving their own purpose, and
mm,
based on that, you can take a decision. Right?
mm,
And there are some patterns as well which we discussed today.
mm,
But for your mind mapping, we are discussing, right?
mm,
So right now, three types are there, in which one is you can say small, which you don't require history,
mm,
but you require update. Am I right?
mm,
Due to you can say your typo mistake is there, okay,
mm,
which you need to correct, and in that you will override. You don't
mm,
care about our existing value, you just override.
mm,
It means existing history is vanished, and you are not care about this. Like
mm,
name, am I right?
mm,
Earlier, your name is recorded or stored with a different type of mistake is there. Am I right?
mm,
At the
mm,
place of Sambaji, there is
mm,
some other name is means
mm,
little bit. There is a prefix or a postfix. There is a extra character
mm,
that need to be changed. Am I right?
mm,
Or you can say wrong data, like your date birth is different and in a system is reflecting different.
mm,
Okay. So
mm,
these things we can think of is a type one.
mm,
You understand?
mm,
And the uh, second type is this: you want to maintain the history. Okay,
mm,
you
mm,
want to maintain the history. Hey, till date is the, you can say it done from this date to this date. he he worked as a, you can say, engineer or junior software engineer, stuff like
mm,
that. Am I
mm,
right? Means you are maintaining based on a effectiveness.
mm,
Till date, he is a, you can say this, and till day after this date to this date, he is doing this, and currently, right now, he is doing this.
mm.
You understand my point?
Yeah.
And third type is saying, hey, we need to maintain both the things,
Mm.
previous one and new one as well.
Previous one and new one. Okay. No, first one is
Override,
we don't overwrite. We
override.
don't need we don't need history. So like any typo corrections, we will don't require. SCD two is We maintained only the present, right? Sorry,
No,
we maintain
we
history
will
and present.
maintain history with the, you can say, same with the
Mm,
effectiveness and current, what is current and what is not current. Like
mm,
your talk about your experience,
mm,
they will give you option. Is this your current?
mm,
You understand my point?
mm,
Based on a flag, basically.
mm.
Okay.
Okay.
And another one is where you will maintain both the things. The two different versions are there.
Mm,
If you are interested in a version one, then check out this version. Then you will get previous data of, let's say last 2025 year, 2025. Okay, year 2025, you will get the data in a this version. Now
mm,
next year start, now version has been changed.
mm,
So there are these things are there which we will discuss today.
mm,
Just make your mind so that it's easy for you to grab the thing. And
mm.
there are patterns are there with the help of that. That's which we discussed. I will give you a glimpse of all the things so that you will think in a real life and coordinate and understand. And if you like this pattern, we will follow this pattern again as well. Okay.
Sure.
So you can check this why it's matter because we can check get a real data.
Mm,
And if you want to check the previous, then we can also check that. And it will, if we are doing with this, we will get a, or you can say, required reports are also correct in that manner. Am I
mm,
right?
mm,
And it will give us a, you can say, some answer what is current. Am I right? What is previous?
mm,
And you can say how is change, when is change. Am I right?
mm, mm,
We will get these answers.
mm,
Okay, so here in this, if you talk about this SCD, then means means properties are changing over time. Am I right?
mm, mm,
In that case, you can say we need to update and meaning also change there. Earlier you
mm,
are playing an internal role, now you are going for a this. Now things are changed there. Am I right? And
mm,
if you have that historical data, then you can take a
mm,
better decision.
mm,
Because you are able to see everything, visualize everything in your as per your data, visualize that.
mm,
You can predict and plan accordingly.
mm,
So why would need? Because it's you can say based on that, rather than based on assumption, you are taking a decision. Based on you can say fact, you can take a decision, or your previous experience or performance, you can take a decision.
mm,
That's why data analytics or these are important. Please
mm.
check that. If you think it's means fine, we can move ahead.
Okay. Why it is needed? Because in real business systems, customer address changes, employee department changes, product category changes, superior region changes, account risk level changes. Yes. If we do not manage these changes properly, historical reports becomes wrong, trend becomes misleading, audit becomes difficult. Business trust is on business trust in data drops. Okay, real
And
life
it's
manual.
required,
Hmm.
as I
Yes,
told you.
definitely.
As I told you, the nature of data is change. Change is everywhere. We need to track that change. Am I right? In a normal thing, the slow CD means
Hmm.
changing slowly changing dimension.
Hmm.
Okay.
mm,
Now, real mind mapping. So you
mm,
can think of like this option one override, keep full history, keep current
mm,
and previous.
mm,
Okay. In this, we are just overriding. So we don't require. Okay.
mm.
Like if new session is there, old is gone.
All right. Okay. Keep full history means store from Jan to March, section A, from April onwards, section B. Keep current and previous. Current is B, previous is A. This exactly shows SCD type 1, type 2, and type 3. Type 3, I'm still getting confused. Keeps current and previous.
Yes. No
Current.
worries. When we move forward, you
Mm,
will dig
okay.
deep into and last you will get all your answer.
Okay, right.
So you will just go with the flow. You will get your all the answer. No worries.
Okay,
I'm
right.
sure about that.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So this is the engineering view. Now you can just for our, earlier we will check a just normal analogy, real life analogy.
Mm,
Now you will get your answer from this engineering view. In an
mm.
engineering point of view, what thing we need to take care, you can check that.
Dimension table usually contains business key, natural identifiers from source system. Example, customer ID, surrogate key, warehouse generated key. Example, customers PK 1001. Descriptive columns. Example, customer name, city, segment. Sometime history columns. Example, effective from, effective to, is current. Dimension table usually contains these keys. Okay.
For history, these sometimes we go with the these column.
Mm.
For maintain a history.
Mm.
You understand?
Okay.
So
Mm.
based on a status, you will check me these are the stale one. These are
Mm.
previous one. Am I right?
Mm.
And from effective from and to you will get this is a time period.
Mm.
You understand my point?
Mm.
Now,
Effect, from effective to and is current. Mm.
yes, means in the same table you are maintaining this.
Mm.
This is type 2.
Mm.
Okay, now we are moving towards more detail about this type. Check
Mm.
this, please.
SCD type 1 what? On change override the old value. Example, customer city changes from Delhi to Mumbai. Let's customer ID name city. Delhi was there and it is changing to Mumbai. Amit. Mm. Meaning old values is gone, no history maintained. When to use when old values is not important. Business only needs latest state. Correction is more important than history. Typo fixes are cleanup scenarios. Good example, spelling correction in customer name, fixing incorrect birth date, correcting invalid product code. Okay, non-historical reporting system. Advantage: simple design, less storage, easy querying, fast ETL logic. Definitely.
We
Limitation:
don't need to take care anything.
yes.
We are living in a current only.
Yeah,
A
whatever.
simple word.
Whatever the data is there, you just replace with the current value. Yeah. So that's that one. And limitation is no historical tracking. Cannot know what value existed at event time. Bad for audits and trend accuracy. Yeah, true.
Now, type 2, which we discussed, and you can
Yeah.
check.
Type 2 Yeah, sure, Deepak. So SCD type 2, what? On change, create a new row and preserve the old row. This is the most important and most widely used SCD type. Example, customer city changes from Delhi to Mumbai. So we have one row where Amit is showing the city as Delhi. Okay, and there will be one more row added where Amit is showing as Mumbai. Effective from effective due date is current or not column is also we are adding, which is previous one will marking is current to no, and the new value y is added in a series type 2. Okay,
You
this,
understand my point?
yeah, yeah.
And
This,
if this thing is widely used, why? There is because on a same table you will get your all the answer.
mm,
Am I right? And third type
yes.
we are maintaining different. We will give a different surrogate key in a third
Mm,
type.
mm,
Understand? That's the difference between second and third.
mm,
Both
okay.
are maintaining history, but there they are maintaining a separate
Mm,
surrogate key. But
mm,
here this is the same. No, I think
mm.
here itself their customer ID is same. Yes. Okay, customer ID you can say. Okay.
Customer customer CK surrogate key is changed.
Yes, surrogate key is changed. Okay, we will check what is the difference between these.
Mm, yeah,
But
history
you
is
understand
preserved.
it.
Yeah, we'll check. Deepak. When we go to series type 3, we'll understand. But here, what we could see, they added a new row with a new surrogate key. Effective dates and effective to date were added, and is current is made as yes. So that whenever we query is current, if we add that as a in our filter where condition, so we'll get the latest one.
Yes.
Yeah, and meaning is history is preserved. Each version becomes a separate row. Yeah. So when to use history matters, auditability matters. Yeah, when we need to check history, more audits, facts must join to correct theoretical versions. Facts must join to correct historical versions. Sorry, historical versions. Business ask what was true at that time. Yeah, you can give the effective start it and end it. Good example: customer address, customer segment, employee department, insurance plan, risk training, risk rating, product category in some business. This all gets changes, right? Hmm.
Definitely it means you just in a high level you just understand the nature of everything is change.
Hmm.
Will change. Am I
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
You need
Hmm.
to take a decision. I need to track that
Hmm.
change or not.
Hmm.
If you need to do that, then these are the things.
Hmm.
Those are types.
Hmm.
I'm just making a simple.
Hmm.
You understand my point?
Hmm. Advantages are complete history, accurate time-based reporting, support audit and compliance, enables as was analysis. Hmm. Yes, agree.
Now and
Hmm.
previous. Both
Previous.
as this is a key. You can if you able to memorize, that's
Hmm.
fine. Otherwise, no issue. As
Hmm.
is current and previous. You need to know.
Hmm. Limitations. One second. Limitations. More storage is required because each thing is stored in a separate row. More ETL complexity. We need to add like extra where conditions. Surrogate key required. Yes, surrogate key is required. A new surrogate key is required. And fact Loading must select correct versions. Yeah. Mm. Next is SCD type 3. So what here is store current value and previous value in the same row. So they're storing the current and previous value in the same row. Before, for example, customer ID, name, Delhi, say, city and previous city was null. Now what they're storing after change to Mumbai. So when employee Amit moves from Delhi to Mumbai, so what they're adding customer ID, name, current city, previous city. They're adding one more column there.
Yes.
Only limited history is kept. Usually one previous state. That's it.
Yes. It's not maintaining all the history.
Mm,
Like that's why if you go maintain all the history, type 2 is preferred.
that is most widely used also.
Yes. That's why it's mostly widely used because
Mm,
it's to serve our purpose of history.
yes.
Okay.
And yeah, meaning is only limited history is kept. Usually one previous state. Only one previous state. Only if it is having three previous means it is only limited. So if
Yeah.
he moves from again from Delhi to Bangalore, so current city they will maintain as I mean the previous city will be Delhi and the current city will be Bangalore.
Yes.
Like that they will maintain. No, previous city will be Mumbai and current city will be Bangalore. Okay. When to use? Use when business wants comparison between current and previous. Full history version is not needed. Only one prior state is enough. Okay. Mm. Good examples: previous department, previous sales reason, previous account manager, previous state category. Okay. Advantage: easy to query, low storage, simple comparison between current and previous. Limitations: very limited history, cannot support full audit trail, not suitable for long term historical analysis. Hmm. Quick comparison table. SCD type 1. How changes is handled. Overwrite row. History no, storage also low, and complexity also low. Best for current state only. SCD type, insert a new row, full history will be there. Storage requires high, complexity is high because it will add new rows, right? So, and it will also complexity, it will add surrogate key. So that is the reason. And we can get complete history in type 2. When it comes to type 3, we'll add the previous value column. It's only limited because we are just maintaining only the previous state. Storage requires medium because we are not adding the entire row like previous, like starting from start till and is latest. Those things and all we are not adding. Complexity is less because we are not adding any row or surrogate key. Current versus previous comparison. Okay, now it is clear. Mm. Historical versioning. What historical versioning means: storing different versions of dimensions members across time. In a CD type 2, each changes creates new surrogate key, new effective start date, updated end date on old record, current flag switch. Why it matters? Suppose a sales happened in 25 March 10 when the customer lived in Delhi. If today the customer lives in Mumbai, the March sales should still report under Delhi if the business wants history as of event time. This is possible only with proper historical versioning. So what they are trying to say, March the in customer lived in Delhi. If today the customer lives in Mumbai, in March sale, okay, in March sale
It
should
should,
still report Delhi.
yes, because that time he
Yes,
was in Delhi.
okay. Surrogate key strategy. What is surrogate key? A surrogate key is a warehouse generated unique key for each dimension version. Mhm. So customer ID, customer, okay. Customer ID, business key from source, surrogate key, warehouse key for each version. Since we are storing history, we need this surrogate key. Surrogate key is a warehouse generated unique key for each dimension version. Okay. Why surrogate keys are needed? For SCD type 2, the same business entity has multiple historical rows. So the natural key alone is not enough. We need unique row identifier for each version. Yes. So when we add new rows, if he keeps changing to 10 different cities, then 10 different rows will be added. So customer ID will remain same, right? So to identify any row out of this 10 row uniquely, so we need a surrogate key. He's telling. Hmm. Rule for SCD type 2, fact should usually joins to the surrogate key, not directly to the business key. Okay, effective dating pattern.
Effective dating pattern.
Mm, okay,
It's a
effective
pattern.
date. Effective dating is the most common method to implement SCD to type 2. Typical columns effective from effective underscore to is current. So this is how we have to give the date. Common effective date pattern, current record effective to is current is equal to y. Old record effective to day before new row is current no. Mm. Why this pattern helps? What pattern they are telling Deepak here? Day before new row effective to.
Right now, it's giving the range, means
Mm.
till
Mm.
date to till date.
Yes.
Effective from effective to. It's working on this role. Am I right?
Mm.
And now it's moved to, you can check this. This is a
Mm.
next date.
Mm.
And till date to
Mm.
this,
Mm.
current is
Mm.
working on
Mm.
this role.
Okay, okay, okay. Understood. Okay, that we understood.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Why this pattern helps? During pack loading, ETL can find the current versions using business key match pack data between effective from and effective to. Example logic. Customer ID is equal to C001 and sales date between effective. Yeah, understood. Practical examples like business scenario. A retail company tracks customer city changes from source system snapshot 1. Customer ID Amit from Delhi, he moved to Mumbai. If implement as type 1, just we will change the city to Mumbai. Problem, old Delhi history is lost. Yeah. Same thing if you implement in type 2. So we'll add a new row, new surrogate key effective from date to date and is current column. We will update the new row with S, I mean Y, and the previous with no. So now the sales on joins to Delhi. Yeah. The Delhi to Mumbai. Yeah. Okay. ETL thinking for SCD type 2. So typical ETL flow. Step 1, read source customer record. Okay. Find current row in the dimension from same business key. Okay. Compare tracked attributes. Compare tracked attributes. Then step 4, if no changes, not, do nothing. Tracked attributes means this date only. Date or anything got changed. Step 5, if change found, expired old row, insert new row with new surrogate key, mark new row as a current. Yes. So mainly surrogate key column we will add effective from date, effective to date, that is the second and third column, and also is current. So four columns we will add the in the city type 2.
Yes, yes, yes.
Mm, okay. Okay, common mistakes. Using business key only in fact table. This breaks historical accuracy for type 2. So if you don't add surrogate, that is a mistake. Overwriting type 2 dimensions, then history is lost. Okay. Not defining tracked attributes. Not every column should create a new version. Okay. Wrong date boundaries. If effective 2 overlaps with next version, joins becomes ambiguous. Yes, should be previous day. Missing current flag. Harder to identify active effective versions quickly. Yeah, if we don't add that is current that column, it is that's what they're telling. Creating new row for every tiny technical changes, this causes version explosion. Yeah, for every small changes, if we keep on adding the versions, definitely it will create a lot of versions, similar to our documents, right?
Yes.
Document will have releases, tiny changes will have minor corrections, right? So
So
which,
yes,
yeah, which attribute should be type 1 versus type 2? Not all columns in the same dimension must follow the same behavior. Example, for customer dimension, type 1 attributes, spelling correction, email cleanup, formatting standardization. This and all will be a type 1. Yeah. Type 2 attributes, city, state, customer segment, loyalty tier. This mixed strategy is very common in real projects. These are the city might get changed, state employment state will get changed, customer segment will get changed. Yeah, okay, right. We can move further. Section 14, interview friendly explanation. What is SCD? Slowly changing dimensions are technique used in data warehouse to manage changes in the dimensions attributes over time. Dimension attributes over time. Okay. The main types are type 1, which overwrites data, type 2, which creates a new row to preserve full history, type 3, which stores current and previous values for limited history. Okay. So, slowly changing dimensions are techniques used in the data warehouse to manage changes in the dimension attributes. Okay. It's a technique used in the data warehousing. Okay. Why is type 2 most popular? Because it preserves complete history and allows fact to join the correct historical versions using surrogate key and effective dates. Yeah, we have seen that. Why do we need surrogate key in a series type 2? Because we need to identify uniquely, right, Deepak? If I had 10 rows, so I have to identify the row uniquely. So what they're saying, because one business key can have multiple historical versions. Yes, customer ID there they can have multiple. Surrogate key uniquely identifies each version, so facts can reference the right one. Yes.
Yes. Based on that, you can think of version. Am I right?
Mm, mm,
So based on a version check, you can identify it's a minor change because in a version you have. I am not talking about this particular database, but if in a normal term, we have a patch version, minor version, major version. Am I
mm,
right? With
mm.
the help of Dot, we can do that. Am I right?
Yeah,
So, so same thing. If you have a different surrogate key, and means things are changed there. Means some things are same, like your this business keys are same, but rest of things are changed. Am I right? Maybe some more columns are there, but
mm,
this effective from effective to and is current. These things are changed. Am I right? So
mm,
based on that, you can check, and based on that, you can check correlate with the other tables as well. But if you
yeah,
don't have a that surrogate key, how you can do that?
mm.
Understand my point?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. We can't uniquely identify that. Yeah.
Yes, because that time that key is used for your all the operations, for joins and everything. Am I
Mm,
right? When
mm,
new key is assigned, then from next onwards or date onwards, then that key will use. If that key is not there, you cannot do.
mm,
Understand my point?
mm,
That's why we need require that.
mm. Okay. Simple decision guide. Yeah, definitely. When we need to overwrite type 1 last value, then we need history or audit time based reporting matters. Will you go for type 2? If you want only previous and current, we'll go for type 3. Okay. SCD summary. SCD handles slowly changing dimension data. Type 1 overrides, no history. Type 2 neuro, full history. Type 3 current plus previous, limited history. Historical versioning is mainly achieved through type 2. And surrogate keys are essential for type 2. Yes. Effective dating helps facts joins to correct historical versions. Yes. Final real world one line memory trick type 1. I only create about now. So I only care about now. Type 2 I need full history like social. We will study which are the kingdoms were there, right?
Yes,
Simple.
evaluation. We want to know the evaluation.
Yes, how the data has
Evaluation.
evolved. Mm.
Yes.
And type 3 we just worry about our current and the previous. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now hope means all doubts are cleared and you are good to now you understand.
Yes, Deepak. Yes.
Okay. Now could we go for this module? Check
Mm.
your knowledge.
Yeah.
So whatever we are able to complete in 10 minutes, we are able to do. Rest of the thing, you will take that as a homework. Okay.
Sure.
And do that, and I will put your this answer keys there so
Mm.
that you can refer and detail as
Mm.
it's my job. Okay.
Mm. Sure.
So now I keep this thing in mind while real interviews type. Okay. Tricky. Okay. Scenario based. No answer revealed in this file.
Mm.
Understand my point?
Okay.
So this is a dedicated file which will you will get these
Mm.
question and their options. Okay, all are scenario based,
Mm.
so that your mind will juggle and feel like it's an interview. Okay,
Mm.
but it's a user-friendly interview. I'm your mentor. Okay. You can
Mm,
enjoy this interview.
Okay, thank you, Deepak. An insurance company want business stakeholder to agree first on entities like policy, customer, and agent before any table decision starts. Which modeling level is best starting point? Physical model, conceptual modeling. First, we need to develop the conceptual modeling, then physical, then logical.
Okay, go ahead.
Then logical.
I will give you the keys. Will
Okay.
give you the answer keys.
During an interview, you are asked which artifact should define primary keys, foreign keys, and business rule-driven relationship, while still remaining database agnostic. What is the best answer? Conceptual modeling, physical deployment diagram, monitoring database, logical model. Asked which artifact should define primary key. Okay. I think that should be done on the logical modeling, I think, or physical, maybe.
Now,
Eh,
now you understand.
mm,
Those are real ones, isn't
mm,
it?
yes, yes. A retail team has finalized entities and keys. Now DBA must choose data types, index, and partition constraints for PostgreSQL. Okay, which modeling phase is this? Okay, conceptual modeling, logical modeling, event modeling, physical modeling. Retail team has finalized entities and keys. Entities and keys they are finalized means it is logical modeling. So conceptual modeling will finalize the entities and keys.
We are talking about database here.
Hmm. Constraint. Which modeling phase? Maybe physical modeling. Maybe physical modeling. A student says cardinality means how many columns a table has. Which correction is most accurate? Candidate means the number of indexes on the fact table. Sorry, cardinality means cardinality is only used for dimension modeling. Cardinality means number of bytes per row. No. Cardinality describes allowed count between related entities such as one to many. Yeah, I think last one. D is the right answer. Is the hospital domain discussion. The architect writes a patient can have many appointments and appointments belongs to one patient. What is the statement mainly expressing? Customer level comparison relationship cardinality. Yeah, relationship cardinality. Okay. Then you inherit a design where business teams and database table names are mixed in the same early workshop, confusing non-technical stakeholders. What would have prevented this best? Starting directionally with index strategy, separating conceptual physical discussion, skipping conceptual modeling, adding more surrogate key early. You inherit a design where business terms and database table names are mixed in the same early workshop. Mhm. Separating concepts and physical modeling, physical discussions, I think. Separating conceptual and physical discussions. I think that is the one. B. Okay. A model includes customer email, date of birth, loyalty tier, identifies candidate key and maps foreign key relationship, but does not mention Worker lens in indexes. Which model is this? Operational runbook, physical model, conceptual model, or logical model? This is, I think, physical model. No. Physical model will have all the details. It is a logical model. Which delivery is most suitable for first workshop with executive who only needs a valid whether the domain has the rights business entities and major relationship. What is the question? Which deliverable is most suitable for a first workshop with executives who only need validate whether the domain has the right business entities and major relationship. A normalized physical schema with indexes, detailed scripts, a partitioning strategy memo, a conceptual entity and relationship. Yeah, a conceptual entity relationship view. D answer. An interview asks, why do we still need logical model if we already have a conceptual model? What is the strongest response? Only after production development, logical modeling in incident management, in capacity planning. What
Which one? What your answer? Hello? Hello, Ambaji?